We all know Jennifer Grey from her iconic role as baby houseman in 80s blockbuster Dirty Dancing. And in a recent interview, Jennifer has opened up about how she regrets the 2 nose jobs she had done after the movie, which she says derailed her Hollywood career. She also said it was her mum who always told her she should do it. So can a comment on your child's appearance stick with them for life? Can you remember little things from when you were a kid, Judi, that had been said on any level?
Do you know what? My mum and, I was brought up in a single-parent home, even though my dad was around. But my mum, she never spoke anything bad into me about, my physical appearance. I was always a chubby girl when I was young. But I grew up and I remember having other friends from the same kind of community, and the things that would come up is about our hair. So, in the black community, sometimes some people would say things like good hair or, softer hair. There was another term which is a term that we can't use now. And so I remember being younger and being in places where it'd be like, oh, you've got good hair, your hair's so nice. And that would be highlighted, and I'd see how it would make the other child feel. And the same like colorism. I've got friends who, one of them is lighter and one is darker, and they've grown up with the lighter child seemed like they were favoured by most people. Oh, you're so beautiful, look at your skin. And those things really do leave an impact on you as an adult. Sometimes it's about you as a parent, your own internal issues that you're kind of projecting. I think you've got to be really careful. My daughter's got a great figure. And I'm always saying to her, babe, make sure you exercise, because when you're older, you keep yourself toned. But I am reflecting and thinking, actually, I wonder if she thinks I'm thinking, she needs to do better or look better. It's not that. I'm trying to celebrate her, but it definitely makes me think about the words we say and what we speak into our children.
I think that cruel criticism of any kind sticks in the head, particularly from a parent. And I think... Personally, I just think it's awful.
Especially if you're young as well.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. You always think about it. And there's somebody I know in Northern Ireland, and she had everything, I thought. I mean, everything in terms of looks, in terms of, happy marriage, lovely husband, plenty of money, all that sort of thing. I could never understand the chip on the shoulder bit until one day she told me that her mum once said to her when she was getting all dolled up to go out, she said, no point you doing that, darling, because nobody will be looking at you. They'll be looking at your sister because she's so much better looking than you.
But that's just cruel.
Now, that is really cruel.
Well, that is.
But it just shows you how...
abuse, really.
That's a lifetime,
That's horrendous. Of course, that's going to affect you in some... and depend on your age as well. And maybe you get to a point where you understand maybe mum's not that nice a person.
But it's like chippy.
When you're a child, that's really bad, isn't it?
I think that my mum never said anything about my appearance ever. She was very sort of conscious of that, I think. But one thing she did say to me once was she seemed to be very sort of pleased and proud of me for eating a lot of food. And she said to me, she said to me once, she sat there saying to her, oh, Carol's eating a lot, isn't she? And I thought that was kind of my sign to eat more. and I did. So by the time I was like 19, 20, I was like really putting on weight. And this is what I always say now. I realised that was what was happening. And so I stopped it. I made a lot of effort to stop putting on weight. But I still remember that to this day. And it was about the only thing I remember my mum saying that had any kind of effect on me.
And it's bad when somebody said, like if a parent said, you need to go on a diet. Because actually, if you think about it, whoever makes the food in the house has the control of that, really. Because you can just start being subtle about it.
Never mentioned weight, ever, ever, not ever.
That's really bad.
I think, like you said, saying to somebody anything about their physical appearance, it's a very sensitive issue. You don't know how it could be the person could be as bold and energetic and seem quite strong in that and confident, but you could say one thing that could bring up a trigger, like you said, that is from childhood that someone has said to him. And I just think it's such a sensitive topic that you shouldn't approach when you're telling somebody else about their
it's quite commonly known that a lot of parents, women especially, mums, hand down eating disorders to their kids.
Really?
Because of what they cook and everything,
because of the way that they are obsessed with their own weight, with low-calorie foods, with all of this. And I know personally a couple of girls who admit to that. It's that, the reason that I've had problems with eating is because of the way my mum taught me. And it's the same as saying, oh, you're a little bit chubby or whatever you want to say to a girl, especially, and that will stay with them forever.
Well, I'll tell you, there's something I want to stay with you forever. I love your outfit, Carol, and I love the way that, you know, the colour.
You called them pyjamas when you came in.
Not me, not me. I mean, I don't know if you like it, but I like it. I think it's
They're a bit easy, Jet, aren't they?
No, babes, I don't know where you got that from. It's lovely.
When she gets on that plane going back to France, she better the whole bit. Good afternoon, welcome aboard.
A bit like jammies, like a bit jammy. It's a bit comfortable.
I like it. We've all gone for a pop of colour today. We all felt we needed it.
That's what we need.
She's still in holiday mode. You're almost holiday mode.
I love it.
I'm glad I'm not on your
Pastel
flight,
pink.
though.
Pastel pink is right, yes.